What is good, YouTube? DIY Ty here, and what is good, YouTube? DIY Ty here, and today we have the first episode of our living room transformation journey. Let's go. Before we jump into this, I have a little sneak peek that I would like to show you guys. So here I created this floating DIY brunch booth for my living room. Now that you guys understand the vision, let's backtrack and jump to the beginning. This is what my living room looked like when I first moved in. I purchased an older home that was built in the 50s, and this needed a lot of work. This whole room just needed to be redone and giving its own personality. Episode 1 consists of me removing the trims. Well, what's the trims, you may ask? DIY Ty, what's the trims? I'm gonna explain that. So we will be removing 3 types of trim today. We have the baseboard trim, which is along the flooring. We have the door trim, which is around the doors. And lastly, we have the window trims, which is around the windows. So now that you guys understand the 3 types of trim we're going to be doing, let's jump into this episode.
Removing is fairly easy. You would just take a utility knife and cut along the caulk, place a trim tool between the wall and the baseboards, hammer it down, and press up to pry off the baseboard. And now you're just going to repeat that process. As you can see, it's fairly easy. Again, I don't have as many videos that I would like to show you guys as far as explaining, because this was my first time creating content, and I apologize for that. But as you can see, it's fairly easy. You use a utility knife to score along the baseboards in the wall, creating that gap opening. Then you would use your trim tool to put in between it. You would use a hammer. Do not use what I'm using. I actually lost my hammer before doing this, so I had to use what I had to use. And then you hammer it down, get it as far down as you can, and you just push up, and it will slowly pry off. You will go along the baseboards and make your way to the end, and then we're just going to repeat this with the windows.
That boy got stretch pants. That boy got stretch pants.
Y'all got that? Not gonna lie, the stretch pants is crazy. But to continue what I was saying, you just follow this whole process throughout every trim that you're trying to do. Use utility knife, use the trim removal, hammer it down, and pry it apart. One quick tip that I didn't show is there's going to be nails inside of the wall and inside of the trims as well. And make sure you guys are removing the nails that's inside of the wall. You can do this by using the back of your hammer and just pulling them out. As far as the baseboards, you can use the hammer and tap the nail down to get it close to the baseboard so you wouldn't stick or stab yourself with it. And just like that, you're a professional trim remover. It's like, no, but this is what it looks like once all the trim is removed. You can see I have the window trim, the door trim, the wall trims, and this is all the mess that I created that I have to clean up. I even went inside of the closets and redid the closets. I removed all of the shelving, the trims inside of there so I can redo them. And the same thing with this closet, I removed the trim in order to start fresh and be prepared for day 2.